Hello students, this is me Saurabh Avasthi from Mount Literature School, Jhansi. Today students I have brought a new poem, A Thing of Beauty, written by John Keats of class 12th for you. Now we are going to start about the poet, that who was John Keats. Here students, John Keats was born in London in the year 1795 and died in Rome in 1821. So students, here that means he lived for only 25 years, where he wrote several sensual imagery poems and he did his work, and now he became very successful. So now today his poems are one of the most sought after creations in English literature. This poetry is an excerpt from his poem Endymion, a poetic romance of 1818 considered to be an epic poem. Okay, so this was all about the poet. Now let's continue about the background of the poem, which is based on Greek mythology about a shepherd named Endymion, his quest for his love, Diana, and how in his quest he falls in love with an earthly maiden who later on turns out to be Diana herself. Okay, so now let's begin with the explanation of the poem stanza wise. So let's continue. Here, poet wants to say, a thing of beauty is a joy forever. Its loveliness increases, it will never pass into nothingness. So here it means, students, the poet says that beauty is eternal and it is forever. It always enhances and never fades away, but instead a love for it increases and enhances with the passage of time. Now, but will keep a bower quiet for us and asleep, full of sweet dreams and health and quiet breathing. Now here students, it means beauty acts like the soothing, relaxing shade of the trees, which helps all the creatures to sleep peacefully and enjoy good health in their life. As we all know that this life is full of problems. So now, therefore on every morrow are we breathing a flowery band to bind us to the earth. Which means, here he says that at every moment our desire to live further is because we encircle ourselves with our love towards these beautiful things. And as we get wrapped up in the beautiful flowery band, we get a reason to live further. So finally, if these things are not going to be there, we will not have joy in our life. Okay, next one. Spite of despondence of the inhuman dearth of noble natures, of the gloomy days, of all the unhealthy and over-darkened ways made for our searching. So my dear students, here poet wants to say that without beauty the earth is full of gloom and sadness, there is cruelty all around and lack of good-natured people, which I hope definitely you can also see just around you. In the next paragraph, what poet is saying, yes, in spite of all, some shape of beauty moves away the pall from our dark spirits. So here students, pall means what? Pall means something which is going to change your life. Now let's continue with the explanation. Here poet is saying, it is this beauty, the creation of God, which removes the sadness and darkness from our mind and soul. Okay, now such the sun, the moon, trees, old and young sprouting a shady boon for simple shape. So as we completed in the previous stanza, now here in this stanza the poet have given all the shapes now which are given by the poet, and those things are whose beauty is eternal, like the sun, moon, greenery like trees, whose shade is a boon for creatures like the sheep to rest under it. Finally, these are the things of beauty. And also now, and such are daffodils with the green world they live in, and clear rills that for themselves a cooling covert make against the hot season. So here it means various flowers like daffodils make the earth so green and lively, and rivers full of clear waters which cools everyone in the summers. So here poet have included river also now. And now in the next paragraph you will see that how the mid forest break rich with a sprinkling of fair musk rose blooms. So here students, it means the thick green bushes of the forest fern where beautiful fragrant musk roses blooms and spread their wonderful fragrance. Okay, and such too is the grandeur of the domes we have imagined for the mighty dead. All lovely tales that we have heard or read. So here the poet wants to say that other than these things of nature, the poet says that the stories of brave men who sacrificed their lives are also beautiful. Here it means that the soldiers or the warriors, those who have given their life for us so that we can stay safe and we can live happily, are also important in this poem. And now the last stanza is an endless fountain of immortal drink pouring onto us from the heavens brink. So here it means all these beautiful things are like nectar for us, God's gift to us, which help us to live further on this wonderful earth. So students, this was the stanza-wise explanation of the poem. The name is A Thing of Beauty. Okay, now you can see some meanings of the difficult words which I have given in this video so that it can help you in completing your chapter nicely. Okay, and then we will continue with the question answers of this poem. So go through the meanings of these words and then we will start with the question answers. Okay, now students, we are going to start with the question answers of this poem, A Thing of Beauty, written by John Keats. So here are the questions. The first question is, list the things of beauty mentioned in the poem. And you can see all the names: the sun, the moon, shady trees, beautiful daffodil flowers, streams of water, green bushes, musk roses, and men who sacrifice their lives. That means tales of heroic men who sacrifice their lives. So these are the list of the beautiful things, that means which are found on this earth. Second question is, list the things that cause suffering and pain. So here the list is as following: desire to offend others, hopelessness, lack of noblemen, bad health, unhappiness, gloom, and darkness causes the suffering and pain in our life. The next question is, what does the line, therefore are we breathing a flowery bend to bind us to earth, suggest to you? So the answer is, it means that we get attached to the beautiful things around us and weave a pretty band which binds us with our life. It becomes the reason for us to live in this beautiful earth. Okay, next question. What makes human beings love life in spite of troubles and sufferings? And the answer is, the eternal beauty of various things gives us happiness and relaxation. It makes us love life despite of life's troubles and sufferings, which are all around you actually. Okay, next question is, why is grandeur associated with the mighty dead? Now here the answer is, the noble deeds of the brave men who sacrificed their lives are an inspiration for us forever. The beautiful legacy of their bravery is the grandeur which is associated with the mighty dead. So this was answer number 4, and now the last answer question. Do we experience things of beauty only for short moments, or do they make a lasting impression on us? According to the poet, a thing of beauty is forever. Even if we see it for a few moments, it has a lasting impression on us and its beautiful memory stays with us forever. And it finally inspires us a lot. So finally, here we end up with the question answers. And the last one is, what image does the poet use to describe the beautiful bounty of the earth? So here, students, you can see the beautiful bounty of the earth is described by endless fountain of immortal drink, which signifies that God bestows us with all his beautiful creations, which help us to live despite the sad, gloomy aspects of life. So finally, students, these were the explanation and meanings along with the question answers of this poem. I hope it will help you a lot in completing your chapter. Thank you so much. We will meet again with new video. Thank you so much.